Good morning, Super Readers. Thank you for joining us in our Valley PBS classroom. I'm Mrs. Nix.
I'm Mrs. Vang.
I'm Mrs. Hammock.
And this is a place for us to learn and practice and grow our brains to become even stronger readers, writers, and thinkers. So let's get started by warming up our brains with some
Ear training
called Daily Phonemic Awareness. All right, are you ready? Let's turn on those ears so that we can listen for some sounds. I'm going to give you some sounds and we're going to blend them. This is called phoneme blending. And when we blend, and I'm going to have my two helpers help here, and you're going to do this at home too. Put your arm out and we're going to tap out our sounds and then blend it together to make a word. Okay, here we go. Here's some sounds. L, S, less, less. Good job. Did you say less?
Yep.
Awesome. Let's do another one. How about this one? B, E, D. B, E, D. Bed. Did you say bed?
Oh,
Good
I heard
job.
them.
I love it. All right, last one. Are you ready? Here we go. Neck, neck, neck. Excellent job. I think I'm gonna have a pain in my neck. I'm just kidding. It's not gonna happen.
No, you can't, because it's time to dance.
It is time to dance. All right, so let's make sure that you've got enough space.
Okay, I'm gonna scoot over here.
And let's make sure that we are ready to go. We're gonna do a little loosening up here, right?
It's Friday. Let's go crazy. Oh, no?
Egg, fried egg, egg on a plate. Boiled egg, egg on toast. Hurry, don't be late. Eggs are good for breakfast or in a salad too. No matter how you cook them, they are good for you. Scrambled egg, fried egg, egg on a plate. Boiled egg, egg on toast. Hurry, don't be late. But no matter where you go and no matter what you do, never ever put an egg in your shoe.
I'm just going to pretend today.
You're gonna pretend today. Oh, man, it would be really grody to put a real egg in your shoe, huh? I'm glad we didn't make that choice.
Scrambled egg, fried egg, egg on a plate. Boiled egg, egg on toast. Hurry, don't be late. Eggs are good for breakfast or in a salad too. No matter how you cook them, they are good for you. Scrambled egg, fried egg, egg on a plate. Boiled egg, egg on toast. Hurry, don't be late. But no matter where you go and no matter what you do, never ever put an egg in your shoe.
Ooh, yuck.
Put an egg in your shoes. But dance it out, you guys.
It's Friday. Yay! I
Happy
love it.
Friday. What a good way to end Friday.
I
It
love
is.
it. I love it.
Well, all week long, we've been working on the short E sound from the egg sound spelling card, and we're gonna wrap that up today, and I'm gonna do a little building to see if our friends are really getting that skill. So
I love it.
I'm ready.
Okay,
How about
Mrs.
you?
Hammock, have
Okay.
fun.
All right, here we are at our word work board, and here is our egg card. We have E, egg, eh. Now remember, the yellow part of the card tells us how to spell that sound. So when we hear eh in a word and we want to write that word, we have two choices. Some words, most words, are spelled with just an E, and then we also have some short E words that are spelled with E-A. So we've been working on that all week long, and we're going to keep doing that. But today, you notice I don't have any words for us to blend because today we are on Friday. We're going to focus on building. And then I also have a sentence for us to read. But let's call our friends in to help us, okay? Hey friends, it's time to come and build some words.
Yay, I'm so excited. I love this part of the day.
Oh, I'm so happy to have you here. Okay, are you ready?
I was still dancing, but
I saw.
I'm ready.
I love your good dancing. Okay, now you notice I don't have any words up here because we're gonna build them together. I'm gonna give you the first word. I want you to think about what each of the sounds that you hear are, and then tell me what letters to put up on the board. You ready?
Oh, yes.
Okay, here's our first word. 10. 10. Okay, let me know what you think.
I think I have some sounds. I
Okay.
think I have some letters.
Let's do it.
So I practiced it on my arm. T, N, and I hear 3 sounds.
Good.
And so my first sound is the T, and that's with a T.
I wonder why you know that sound so well.
I do. It's my favorite because I have it at the beginning of my name.
You certainly do. All right, what did you hear in the middle of the word?
Eh is the sound that we've been working on, that egg card, so it must be an E.
You are right. And this is the most common way that we make that sound with letters, with just the E. T, eh. And then what is that final sound?
And is with the letter N.
Great job. Let's take a look at it. T, eh, n. 10. Great work. Good listening. You must have had your listening ears turned way up high.
Mrs. Hammock,
Yes,
I knew that too,
I bet you did. You have nice big listening ears.
but I knew it was my turn to talk, so I did everything in my head.
Great idea. That's something you can do too in your classroom. If it's not your turn, you can still be thinking all of the letters without saying them out loud. That's one way to practice. Great thinking.
And I also used my quiet voice. I went like this.
Oh, that is excellent. You know, you have made such great improvements on your classroom behavior, and I'm very proud of you. You are
job,
really,
Nikki.
yes. And Tina, that is so kind of you to encourage him. All right, are you ready for the next word? We have 10. Let's see if we can build the word hen. Hen. What do you think? What do we need to change to make the word hen?
Oh, I know this one.
Okay.
Hen rhymes with 10. So you only have to change the beginning sound. So I'm gonna change the t to a
Very nice. And you are right. I'm going to build it right underneath here so we can see them next to each other. All right, so we have 10, and then we had hen.
Oh, Mrs. Hammock, what is our little rhyming song? I need to hear it again.
Okay, here we
Let's
go.
do it.
Now look, I'm going to cover up the beginning sounds.
Oh,
All righty, here we go. 10, hen, they both say N.
N.
Do you see the N at the end? That's what makes them rhyme. Great listening. All right, so we have 10 and hen. What about men? Men. What would we do to make the word men?
I know.
Tell me.
Okay, well, just like we did with our rhyming words just now, 10, hen, and men, they all say men.
Great thinking.
So they're all rhyming words. So maybe you change the first sound.
Okay.
To a,
Very good. Look at this. If we say they're all rhyming, and that means they all have the n at the end, and then I change the beginning sound, now I have men. 10, hen, men. Very nice. Good work. Do you see how when you know one word, you can change one letter and make a whole list of words that are related? So
amazing.
what if we change something different? What if I have men and I want it to say met? I'm glad I met you. What would met need?
You just need to change the final sound, Mrs. Hammock. Men has the n, the met has the t.
Great job. So the final sound means the ending sound. So men, and we change it to a t. Now it is met. Met. Very nicely done. Thank you for working with us today and practicing using your good listening ears and building words with us. I'm going to practice some more with my friends. We're going to read a sentence, and I'll see you guys later.
All right. Bye, Mrs. Hammock.
Bye-bye.
Bye, thank you. All right, my friends, here is our sentence to practice. You ready? Okay, take a look at it. The 10 men met at the shop. How did you do? Great job. You have done a fantastic job learning about the short E sound, eh. And now we're going to practice a little bit more with our high frequency words with Mrs. Nix.
Awesome job. That's so true. That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to practice those high frequency words so that when you come to words that maybe you're not able to always blend, you'll still be able to fill in some of those spots. So you can sound out looking at all of those words that you practiced with Mrs. Hammock, and then you can use some of the words that we've been practicing together to build all sorts of sentences. Okay, so let's go through. We had 5 words that we've been working on this week, and let's read them together. Here we go. Again, help, new, there, and use. So today we're going to focus on use. Say use. Use. Excellent. U-S-E spells use. Excellent job. So let's use the word use in a sentence. All right, let's read it. Tell Ben to use a net, right? So he needs to use a net. All right, did you see how we did that? Excellent. I have another game for us. It's Friday, and so I'm going to see if Mrs. Vang will come out and play another game with us. This one's called Dynamite. And so every time we get a card, come on over, Mrs. Vang. Every time we get a card, we're going to read our card, our high frequency word. You can make it with any cards that you have or pieces of paper. But when you come across a dynamite, all your cards have to go back into the pile. And if you can't read the word correctly, it has to be put back. Do you want to go first, Mrs. Vang?
Okay.
Okay.
There.
Nice. Use.
Help.
Oh my goodness. Let's see. Use again. Oh, that's funny. I have it 2 times.
New.
Wah, wah, wah. That means all my cards have to go back to the bottom. All right. Now, do you see that this is something that you could play even while you're in the car with your family or with a brother or sister, or while your adults are cooking? It'd be a lot of fun. You could even practice a little bit by yourself. It's great to practice all of your words. So we've been talking about this week all about making and confirming predictions. And today's story is all about firefighters, and we're going to find out a little bit about what some firefighters do. And to help kick it off, I have a really special guy who's going to come in and talk a little bit about what he does before he reads our story, and we can start to think to ourselves, what is it that firefighters do? All right, let's take it away.
Hey friends, my name is Zach Nix and I'm enrolled at the Clovis Unified Firefighting Technology class, learning to become a firefighter. A couple things I've learned in here is, one, it's a lot of hard work, but a good attitude goes a long way and you never do anything without a teammate. Now let's read.
Firefighters at work. A bell rings at the firehouse. Firefighters slide down a pole. They put on special clothes fast. Hats, boots, and pole. The firefighters jump in a fire truck. The red truck speeds to the fire. It has a loud siren and a flashing red light that tells cars to move away. Lights, hose, ladder. The brave firefighters get to work. They use hoses to spray water. Their special clothes protect them. They put out the fire. Now it's time for lunch. They have lunch together. Then they wait for the next bell.
Did you guys enjoy that story? That was a great story. And did you guys notice something? That was what we called a non-fiction story because it gave us lots of details and facts about firefighters, right? The title of our story was called Firefighters at Work. So let's see if you guys can remember or recall some facts for me. Now, to do that, I have some questions that I'm going to answer, but we're going to have to reread the story again, or I'm going to read some parts of it again. So, Retail's not here to help me, but I have another special friend that's going to help us read. Do you guys want to see who our special friend is? Oh, let's see. Here she comes.
Hello. My name is Reading Rita.
Oh, that's perfect, Reading Rita, because guess what? I need help reading these pages. Can you help me read them?
Oh, I would love to. All right. Firefighters at work. A bell rings at the firehouse. Woo! Firefighters slide down a pole. They put on special clothes fast. The brave firefighters get to work. They use hoses to spray water. Oh, that sounds fun. Their special clothes protect them. They put out the fire. Yay!
Great job reading, Rita. And I loved how you read it with all those feelings and expression. You are a great job. You do a great job at reading.
I love to read.
I now know why they call you Reading Rita. Oh, thank you, Rita, for helping us read. Okay, now, were you guys listening to Reading Rita? Let's look at some of our questions. It says reread and use the prompts to take notes in this text. So we already read it, so let's see what notes we can take. It says circle the words that tell how firefighters know it's time to go. You guys say it out loud. What word helped me know that it was time for them to go? Good job. The bell rings. Those are the words that helped me. Let's keep going. So I got that done. I'm going to check it off. Underline 2 things the firefighters do next. Oh, I hear you guys. Shout out nice and loud. Good job. They slide down a pole and they put on special clothes. Good job. So I underlined it. Check. Let's keep going. Put a star next to the word that tells how they put on special clothes. Oh, you guys paying attention? How do they put on their special clothes? That's right. They did it fast, and I'm going to put in my little star. And if you can't make a star, it's okay. I just drew some lines together, and it's really what we call an asterisk, but it's okay to do or make an asterisk. Good job, boys and girls. We're going to check it. Let's keep, right here. You're right here. Let's keep going. It says circle the labels for some of the special clothes. Write them here. Now, remember, this is a non-fiction text, and sometimes we have what we call text features. And in this text, these text pictures are called labels. So what are these labels? Well, let's look. This is a hat. Good, we'll put hat. What's another label that you see? Boots. Good. And what's another one? Good job. Jacket. And I'm just gonna write them in here just like that. Good eyes, boys and girls. And then we're done. Let's keep moving on. Okay, now it says, what do the firefighters use to put out the fire? Circle the word. Okay, so remember, reading, Rita helped us read. What do they use to put out the fires? Good job, I hear you guys. They use hoses. Awesome. Let's keep going. How do the hoses help firefighters? Good job, I like that you guys are going back. How does it help them? It sprays the water. So I'm gonna write spray water. That's very important when they are trying to put out a fire, isn't it? Okay, and let's keep going. Underline the words that tell what the special clothes do. Do you guys remember? Good job, I hear you guys. It protects them. So we're gonna underline the word protect them. Awesome job, boys and girls. And if you guys have time with your family tonight, you can talk about the word brave, because here's the word brave in the story, and I want you guys to talk to your family member about why firefighters are brave. All right? Awesome. Now, let's go into our writing. And again, this week, I'm going to show you guys how to write a paragraph with a topic sentence, some details, and then a concluding sentence. And that's what a paragraph consists of: a topic sentence, details, and a concluding sentence. So my writing prompt today says, how do firefighters help the community? So I want you guys to think about it. So we read the story, The Red Hat with Jen, who was a firefighter, and then we just read another nonfiction text called Firefighters at Work. I want you guys to think about details from those two stories, and I want you guys to think about how firefighters help the community. Now, I started my topic sentence with firefighters help the community in many ways. So guess what? My details, that's right. It's all going to be about how firefighters can help the community in many ways. So remember, I can't start with, I want to be a firefighter when I grow up, because that does not match our prompt of how do firefighters help the community, okay? So I want you guys to think about some details, okay? And let's see if maybe some of my friends can help us, because I know they were listening to the stories. Oh, and here they are. Hello, friends. Can you guys help me with some details? Give me a detail.
I know one, Mrs. Vane. Firefighters, they use hoses to spray and put out those fires. And so they keep us safe.
That's right. That's one way that firefighters help our community. So I'm going to put that right here next to our to our topic sentence. Great job. Okay. Oh, Scooter has another detail for me. Scooter. Oh, thank you, Scooter. Scooter says that another way is helping people when they need help. Is that another way how firefighters can help us? That's right. And don't forget, we always have to end it with a concluding sentence, and Tina already had it for me. So we're gonna finish it off with, clearly, firefighters help the community. And do you see how our paragraph is flowing? Awesome job, boys and girls. You guys are doing such a great job. Now, it's my favorite time of the day. Let's go and listen to another book.
Hi, my name is Mark Patterson, and I'm an art teacher with Fresno Unified. And I have the great pleasure of sharing one of my favorite children's books with you. And it's called The Dot. And it's about a little girl by the name of Vashti, who one day went into her art class and she picked up her brush, but then she just threw it down. And she said to the teacher, I can't draw. And the teacher said, well, just make a mark. So she got that brush and she made a little tiny dot on that paper, and then she left. And the next day, she was very surprised to find that her picture was framed and hanging on the wall, and it looked so nice. And she was very encouraged. And so she set about to do some pretty amazing things, but I can't tell you what those things are. You're going to have to go check this book out and read it to the end for yourself. It's a great story.
That was awesome, Mark. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us today. It was the dot, and I need to find out what happened with the dot.
There's so many good stories we've heard.
Lots of great stories. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Weekend.
Weekend who?
We can do anything we want. It's Friday.
It is Friday, and we can't wait to see you back here next week at Valley PBS. Have a great weekend.
Bye-bye.
Bye, you guys. That was awesome. So I'm thinking